arena where the Soul are trailing the Desperados 30-21. And we'll be coming up with all the highlights. Coach Trigg after this. But I want to let you know, parents with daughters 8 to 18, the Philadelphia Soulmates dance team invites your daughter to experience the thrill of performing live at 3 Philadelphia Soul games. Registration, clinic, and uniform sizing take place on Sunday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. at the Haverford School, 450 Lancaster Avenue in Haverford, PA. For more information, please call toll-free at 1-800-431-5604. That's 1-800-431-5604. And remember to stay tuned. Coming back, we're going to have Coach Mike Trigg and all the highlights from the first half.
So let me get this straight. Your Comcast cable, and you don't include pop-up blocker, antivirus, or a modem? Tell me, what do I get for my $42.95?
Let's try that again with Verizon.
If I get DSL, how much is it? Wow, that's $13 less than Comcast. And all that stuff is included? Great.
Verizon Online DSL or cable. Now that's an easy call. Verizon. Make progress every day.
What's this?
Breakfast.
It's kind of early, buddy.
You guys need to take some cholesterol off of you.
Honey, have you been reading the Cheerios box again?
I get that off the box.
Cheerios is still the only leading cold cereal clinically proven to reduce cholesterol to help your heart.
That was very thoughtful of you. Very early, but very thoughtful.
Does your company have a temporary need for housing due to training, relocation, or corporate assignments? Let Petinaro Relocation help. A full-service corporate housing specialist, Petinaro Relocation has 5 area rental communities that offer you a choice of luxury high-rise, townhouse, or garden-style apartment just minutes from Philly and Wilmington. Call 302-999-0708 or log on to PetinaroRelocation.com. Petinaro Relocation. Our team is here to help.
Our score at the half, Dallas 30, Philadelphia 21. And looking back on the first half is Ari Wolf here with Darren Kinney. Darren, kind of like last week, too much inconsistency on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. As opposed to last week where they gave Browder time, this week there's absolutely no time. It's definitely affecting the whole game plan.
The bright spot offensively so far for Philadelphia is Tyrone Jones. And we promised you this guy be a superstar. He was great in the first half, had a kick return for a touchdown, and also had a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, and he promises big things, and he's delivering, and he needs to step it up in the second half. He's going to have to get open a lot more quicker because obviously the time's just not there.
Now for Dallas, they got off to a great start. They got a safety on Philadelphia's first drive, and then when they got the football, able to take advantage as Glenn Gant throws the touchdown pass, and they were quickly up 9-0.
Yeah, they're up 9-0. And Glenn Gant finds them deep. Bobby Scipio, we've been talking about him all night. He's the playmaker. There's no two ways about it. We have to find a way to stop Bobby Scipio.
And then next up in the game, Nick Browder gives it to Travis McDonald for the 1-yard touchdown. That brought Philadelphia within 2 points. And then Dallas back to the air, a wide open Jason Shelley, who had 2 touchdowns in the first half. Well, this Dallas team looks nothing like the team that got beat by 26 points last week. And here's the end of the kick return from Tyrone Jones.
No, you can't.
And this one really hurt, Darren.
Yes, absolutely. It looked like Pettis was going to fumble the ball. It looked like we were going to have another opportunity for another big turnover. He just grabs it and takes it in for 6. That's a definite heartbreaker right there.
As you see Coach Browder talking with Coach Trigg, and the dancers having a good time here. And there was a receiving touchdown for Tyrone Jones.
Quiznos Summers. Get your Desperados fan discount at these 3 locations. Mockingbird and Abrams, Josie
and Glenn Gant back to the air to Jason Shelley, and that was twice. There was just nobody near Jason Shelley, and he's able to get the easy touchdown.
We talked about the DBs being able to gel, and I think that's the one thing that's lacking right now. We need some camaraderie, some continuity on defense.
Well, the missed field goal there at the end of the half, and you see the Dallas fans telling Philly not to cry. We're going to take a break here. It's halftime in Dallas, Texas, with the Desperados leading the Soul 30-21.
Nissan, we're more than giant savings and selection. What's most important at the region's #1 Nissan dealer is your complete satisfaction. Try us. We'll come through in a giant way for you.
Cherry Hill Nissan, the friendly Nissan giant.
You think it takes $1,000 to $2,000 to paint your car? Not at Maaco. We've got several fantastic paint services at prices you can only get at Maaco. Because at Maaco, we charge less. A lot less.
The presidential half-price sale is on now for only $250. We'll wrap your car with a high-gloss enamel finish. Come to your local Maaco and get a $499 presidential package for only $250.
For a great finish and a beautiful deal, call 1-888-MAACO-USA.
Baseball is just around the corner, and UPN 57 wants to send you to a Phillies game during their opening week at Citizens Bank Park. Watch Sports Week on Everybody Loves Raymond all this week at 7:30 for your chance to call in and win from the Phillies and UPN 57.
Watch KYW News Radio this morning on UPN 57. Get your wake-up forecast, the latest headlines, and traffic and transit on the 2s. When you need to know now, watch KYW this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 8 a.m. on UPN 57.
Today's game is sponsored by Vonage, the broadband phone company. Monthly calling plans start at only $14.99. Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com. By FYE for your entertainment, and by Whiskey Tango Tavern, Northeast Philly's best place to rock.
Just about set for the start of the third quarter. Dallas leading Philadelphia 30-21. And you take a look, Darren, at the stats from the first half. What jumps out at you?
Well, the number one thing that jumps out at me is definitely total offensive yards. Right now, Dallas has 98 for 149. And
Coach, it appears that your offense was struggling a little bit in the first half. What can you do in the second half to improve on that?
Well, we need to have a little better consistency. We need to make better reads on what we're doing as soon as we come out of the snap and get the ball gone some. Had some good throws, didn't make catches at times when we can. So sooner or later, we'll gel and get this thing going.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Ari.
Thank you very much, Rio. I imagine that Coach Trigg is frustrated. I mean, he's a guy who's used to being successful in this league. So we got 15 minutes on the board, and we're just about set to start the third quarter, and it's our pleasure here to be joined in the broadcast booth by the president of the Philadelphia Soul, Ron Jaworski. And Ron, I probably feel a little bit like us. Missed opportunity there at the end of the half, but as Coach Trigg said, I mean, this is an expansion team. These things are going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, no question, Ari. We have shown a little bit of inconsistency. At times we're making great individual plays, but the key to success in the Arena Football League is sustaining that offense over a long period of time, and we have not been able to do that. We had a poor series there before the half. We needed to get points on the board, and I really understand what Coach Trigg is talking about with Nick. You know, sometimes early in the game when you get that quick pressure, you begin to perceive pressure, and you're not staying with your reads downfield. I think Nick has picked up the tempo of his reads and getting rid of the ball a little bit too quickly, because there were times he had protection and didn't hit open receivers, and then at times when he did hit them, we had drop balls. So the consistency right now is lacking.
So Philadelphia to kick it off here. Ken Hensley will kick it off to Will Pettis. High end-over-end kick. Pettis from the left corner of the end zone. And he is tripped up by Keita Crispina, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Dallas at their own 14-yard line. Now, Darren, one of the things that we talked about with Philadelphia, though, is that they've got to get more pressure on the quarterback. I mean, in this league, if you can take that quarterback out of a comfort zone, it can make such a difference. You don't even have to hit him on every play. You just have to make him think about it.
Absolutely not. You do not have to. You have to get up in the face. A batted ball in this league is as good as a sack. So we have nothing going on right now. We haven't had any pressure or no batted balls.
Yeah, it's a quarterback's game. You know, for your quarterback, you want to give him time. When you're on defense, you want to get people in his face.
1st and 10 for Dallas. Wide receiver screen to Scipio. Gets a block and then brought down from behind. Good hustle on the play there from Dwayne, Missouri, but it's a 1st down for Dallas. Now, Ron, let's go back in time a little bit. It goes back 10 years. You wanted to bring an arena football team to Philadelphia. Now, going back to last week, that must have been a pretty proud moment for you when you're down on the field thanking all the fans that your dream had finally come true.
No question. It really was a proud moment for me and the Philadelphia Soul. You know, I believe in the Philadelphia fans and their passion for the game of football, and it was nice to see a sold-out crowd and an entertaining game. Unfortunately, we didn't play well enough to win, and we're struggling to find that first win so far through the first half.
And Dallas is going to get a timeout here. With just a minute and 7 seconds gone by here in the third quarter, and Dallas leading Philadelphia 30-21. Now, Ron, I got to ask you the question. You've probably been asked this before. How much fun would you have had as a quarterback getting a chance to throw it as much as the quarterbacks do here in the AFL?
Well, if you're a quarterback, this is the league you want to play in. This is a throw ball football game. There are no factor backs in the Arena Football League, and certainly, you look at the pace of this game. It's so great. It's up and down the field. It's a quarterback getting back quickly, processing information quickly, the ball coming out. And people talk about this game, and I've had the opportunity to talk to Kurt Warner and Tommy Maddox, guys who've gone from the Arena League to the NFL, and they talk about how much they learned in the Arena Football League, throwing around people, players in their face, getting the ball out quickly. It made them overall better quarterbacks. So I think there's some real positive things about the Arena Football League as far as playing the quarterback position.
And I can tell you this, it's got to be fun when you can throw 6 or 7 touchdown passes in a game.
You got that right.
Yeah,
that's an average day's work.
That's right. So Dallas forced to use the timeouts. You take a look at Nick Browder there, and he's anxious to get another opportunity.
Yeah, really important in this situation. We keep them off the board. You don't want to fall behind by 16, and that's a couple scores and a couple two-point conversions behind. That makes it very, very difficult, so we need to stop.
Shelley, the motion man. Gant with time. He's going to go downfield for Shelley, and he can't get to it. Pressure was coming there from Travis McDonald because Gant had a wide open Jason Shelley in the middle of the field.
No question. The key there was Travis McDonald getting in Gant's face and forcing him to overthrow the wide receiver. Actually, he probably had a little bit too much time, but as Gant sets up in the pocket waiting for this to develop down the field, the pressure does come and he can't follow through and kind of flicks it out there incomplete because it was the opportunity for a score for Dallas.
2nd and 10 for the Desperados. This is a team that last week lost by 27 points, and a team from talking to their coaching staff that was kind of reeling from all the turmoil, losing their head coach a couple days before the opener. They look like a much more sound football team here this afternoon. Again, has a wide open Jason Shelley. And he'll drag 2 defenders down to the 8-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal for Dallas.
Ari, such a tremendous rivalry was developed in the National Football League with the Eagles and the Cowboys, and we're hoping to develop a great rivalry, when you look at this team right now in Dallas and the Philadelphia Soul. We look forward to tremendous competition. It's great to come down here and get harassed by these Dallas fans. So when they come to Philadelphia, we'll be sure we give it to them.
Absolutely. Well, I said at the beginning of the broadcast, I said now fans of Philadelphia have another football team in Dallas to hate.
That's right.
All 3 receivers settle at 1st and goal for the Desperados. Fake the toss. Gant going to scramble to his right. Get it to Will Pettis. Chances at the 5. Spins. And his way into the 2-yard line. Will Pettis is a guy, we do have a flag on the play, who last year came in as a rookie and really showed that this guy can play. I think made Dallas feel like they could get rid of Diallo Burks and Andy McCullough because he could step in and fill their shoes.
Yeah, no question. He is a player. The area that they were concerned about was the quarterback position. They had Jimmy Kubiak here, one of the best quarterbacks in the Arena Football League. Jimmy hurt his back and then was released, now signed with Detroit. So when you have to go to younger, inexperienced quarterbacks, it's a little bit tougher, but they do have some wide receivers.
Holding defense, number 2. Half the distance from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
So Keita Crispina guilty of the hold. It'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Now, it's kind of nice up here. We have Darren Kinney, a former center, and we got Ron Jaworski, a former quarterback. You guys maybe at the timeout want to work on the center quarterback exchange, or whatever you guys want to work on up here.
We all know a great player in the Arena League that Darren was. It's great to have him on board to doing the games. He really gives some great insight to the Arena Football League.
Sure does. A 3-time world champion in Arena Football. The handoff is to Shelley. He leapfrogs the defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
That's another phase of the game that it seems like Philadelphia's sort of struggling with. The rushing defense. It seems like we've been getting run on a lot, and I don't understand why. We have some big fullbacks.
Well, take a look at the replay as Jason Shelley takes the toss and just goes right up over Joseph Todd. Now 3 touchdowns today for Jason Shelley. 2 through the air and 1 on the ground. Jason Wells with the extra point. Dallas now leads Philadelphia 37-21. And Ron, stick around for one more series?
Nope, I'm going to head down behind that bench and try to get these guys going. This is not a good situation right now. I'm going to try to fire them up a little bit.
I appreciate the time.
All right, good seeing you guys.
Ron Jaworski, our guest up here in the booth, the president of the Philadelphia Soul. And we will take a break. 11:20 to go in the third quarter. Philadelphia in a hole here in Big D, trailing by 16. We'll be back after this.
To be controversial, but I just couldn't take it anymore.
Like all great movements, it started small.
Look at this phone bill. Isn't it outrageous?
There has to be something else.
But it was based on a big idea.
It was Vonage's idea.
Use the power of broadband to improve phone service for everyone.
Unlimited calls anywhere in the U.S. and Canada.
Only $34.99 a month.
Vonage is creating change. Change can be very disruptive to the status quo.
Plug your phone in here, and your cable or DSL modem in here.
Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com today.
Now, people are telling other people about Vonage.
Call waiting, free.
Voicemail free.
Caller ID free.
Call forwarding free.
Just $34.99 a month.
Serve their chair.
Keep your phone. Lose your old phone company.
Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com today.
America needs a phone company that isn't full of itself.
Vonage, the broadband phone company.
You don't do nothing. You don't wanna do. Ain't nothing phony about you. Keeping it real and do what you feel. Yeah. You gotta eat. Yeah, gotta eat chicken.
Get Checkers Spicy Round Chicken or Crispy Fish Sandwich for just 99 cents. Take your pick. You can't go wrong. Spicy Round Chicken or Crispy Fish, just 99 cents at Checkers.
Yeah, gotta eat chicken.
This game has been brought to you by Acme, helping make your life easier. By Men's Warehouse, you're going to like the way you look. And by Bud Light, fresh, smooth, real, it's all here.
So far, this has not been a pleasant homecoming of sorts for head coach Michael Trigg. He's spent most of his life living here in Texas. He's got, 50, 60 people here supporting him today. You've got Gary Compton. He played at East Texas State, and he's got 35 people here today. And hopefully Philadelphia can start to turn this thing around, because right now Dallas is dominating the game.
And every facet of the game right now.
Ricky Ross from the back of the end zone. He's looking for room, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line, where Philadelphia will have first and 10. But have faith back in Philadelphia. A 16-point lead is, it sounds strange to say, but it's not that big of a deal in arena football.
It really is. This game can turn around in a matter of minutes.
That's also when you're talking about, though, a team that has really developed an identity offensively, a team that can score points in bunches. So far, we have not seen that from Philadelphia.
No, we haven't. I mean, they're trying to their first priority right now is taking away that pass rush, so they're not going deep because they're not allowed the time to do so. So it's really changing the whole game plan.
First and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Crispina in motion. Crowder on a three-step. He's going to go deep down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. And on the coverage was Derek Stingley. And with more information about the defensive specialist for Dallas, here's Rhea Hughes.
The name Derek Stingley sounds familiar. It's because he was drafted as a Philly by the Phillies in '93, spent 3 years on their farm team. His father is former Patriots wide receiver Darryl Stingley, paralyzed in a hit in a game in 1978. Darryl plays the same position, amazingly enough, as the guy who's hit paralyzed his father, Jack Tatum. And what's amazing about his father, never discouraged him, even after he got knocked unconscious and couldn't move after a game. Still stayed in the game, and his father supports him.
Derek, one of my favorite guys in this league. I was lucky enough to be a part of his team that won a world championship in 1999, as that pass falls incomplete. And Derek Stingley, about as nice a guy as you can imagine. And here's a guy who every time he goes to a city, everybody wants to talk about his father. And the guy always does it with a smile on his face. The guy has great character, not just a great player on the field, but he's a great person off the field.
Absolutely. The guy, you got to admire the guy. I mean, that's got to be a scary situation. He watched his father in the wheel. I mean, take the hit, and he watched his father in the wheelchair for all those years. Going out to play that position, you really got to admire the guy's intestinal fortitude.
So 3rd and 10 for Philadelphia. Browder on a 5-step, and he'll sling it out, and that is knocked away by Jermaine Jones. Fine defensive play, as the intended target was Ricky Ross. So Jermaine Jones is a guy who last year in his rookie season had 73 tackles, 18 passes defended. I mean, he's a guy who missed the first few games of the season, then really came on, had a strong rookie season.
There we go. Lane Jones just steps right in front of it, takes it away from Ricky Ross.
Textbook.
Textbook. That's one of the reasons why he was named to the AFL All-Rookie team last year.
And you think about all the free agents they lost. There was 6 free agents, but they had a lot of young talent coming up. They felt like they could afford to lose them. 53-yard attempt for Ken Hensley. This one has the distance, and it misses. Pettis on the return. And he'll come to the right and be taken down by Dwayne Missouri at the 6-yard line.
95, Missouri. The first and 10.
Now, in that situation right there, you know, there is no punting in this game. But what you can do is a pooch kick, and we'll get back to that after the break.
We will take a break. Dallas right now in control. They lead 37-21. See if the Philadelphia defense can come up with a stop when we return.
Everything is so fresh. I wonder who her caterer is. It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to Palmer's Markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on, Patricia, who is it?
Got everything at Acme. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Acme, helping make your life easier.
It's the Subaru all-wheel drive away. Time to get your all-wheel drive Subaru Outback and head for the hills for as little as $235 a month. Or fly through curves with up to $1,500 cash back. Or get style and comfort with 1.9% financing for 60 months. Get to the Subaru all-wheel drive away by March 1st and get your Subaru Outback just the way you want it. Get the deal of your choice on the Outback of your choice at the Subaru all-wheel drive away.
How do you get to work? When you use SEPTA's network of trains, trolleys, and buses, you avoid traffic hassles and expensive parking. SEPTA gets you almost anywhere, economically and on time. You could get discounts for that commute and save money, too, when your employer offers Commuter's Choice. This host of win-win programs provides great tax advantages to your employer and leaves you more cash. Ask your employer to check out Commuter's Choice or visit SEPTA at www.septa.org/choice.
Join the Aquatic and Fitness Center today. Locations in Bala Cynwyd, Northeast Philly, Jenkintown, and Cherry Hill. Call 877-YOUR-GYM for a free trial membership. That's 877-YOUR-GYM.
Dallas first and 10 from their own 7-yard line. They lead by 16 points. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Shelley will be in motion alone on the left. Gant with time gets it to Will Pettis. Nobody's near him. He's at the 17-yard line, breaks a couple of tackles, and all the way up to midfield. Great effort from Will Pettis. There is a penalty flag back at the 7-yard line. I believe it's going to be offsides against Philadelphia.
Once again, the penalties are coming into play.
Offside. Defense, number 90. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
And the former Dallas Desperado, Patrick Scott, jumps off sides. As a quarterback, you got to love that. You know, you go back there, you can take a risk. In this case, he didn't need to because the guy was open underneath, but you get a free play on an offsides. More often than not, they'll go for the home run ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And Patrick Scott, you know he wants to give a little extra effort. Sometimes, you know, you can get a little too much extra effort.
It's got to scramble, and they get it to the tight end, Shante Carver. And Carver spins his way to the 14-yard line. And let's stick with Shante Carver because this is a guy who was the first-round draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys. He was the 23rd pick in the draft, had several productive seasons in the NFL. Then his off-the-field problems, he basically got kicked out of the league for a while. And then once the Desperados came into existence, I think Jerry Jones said, okay, here's another chance for you in football, and he's trying to make the most of it.
He is a man feared throughout the league. He can flat-out bring the pass rush. And obviously he's got pretty good hands, as he just showed on that play.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was a defensive lineman in college. Now he's catching passes in arena football. He's got to be pretty happy about that. First and 10 for Dallas. Gant. And that one's thrown in the end zone. And Jason Shelley's got it. His 4th touchdown of the day. Gant got hit on the throw, but had enough on it. Shelley was open. And things getting ugly here for the Philadelphia Soul.
You know, it sounds like we're beating a dead horse, but the same things are coming into play. The pass rush is not there, and the DBs are obviously having some kind of miscommunication. What it is, I have no idea, but we need to figure it out.
I mean, Shelley has 3 receiving touchdowns, and he has been wide open. As he looks like he's nicked up on the play. We'll take a look at the replay. I mean, that ball is just a duck, and he had all the time in the world to go up and get it.
Check that. You know, evidently there was a little pass rush. Patrick Scott got a hand on the ball, and still Jason Shelley is so wide open that there's no one around the ball to make a play. When you throw a ball like that, that should be intercepted or at least batted down.
Jason Shelley is up, as you see, 5 catches, 60 yards, and 3 touchdowns, plus he had the rushing touchdown. And that's something that fans of arena football in Philadelphia should get accustomed to. The offensive specialists usually will have like a minimum of 3 touchdowns, if not more. I mean, they are the go-to threat. They do not play defense. Their only job is to make plays on offense.
Absolutely. Those guys are fresh every time they come out onto the field. A lot of times the wide receiver DBs, they're winded. These offensive specialists should be flying by guys making big plays.
Well, Jason Wells on for the extra point, and though Jason has struggled on his kickoffs, he's one of the most reliable kickers in the AFL in his 4th year out of Furman. He hung around Darren Kinney for a little while his first year. And the kick on the way, it is good. 44-21, Dallas leading Philadelphia on the Pettinaro scoreboard. Now we'll see what kind of character this Philadelphia Soul team has. There's still lots of time to go in the game. When we return, Nick Browner on the offense get another opportunity.
In competition, injuries happen. It's part of the game. And to get back your level of performance takes a lot of hard work, discipline, and the best health care. Health South is the nation's leading provider of outpatient diagnostic, surgery, and rehabilitation services. So we can help you get back fast to the action, the competition, and the glory. We know your body. We understand your spirit. We get you back.
Is your arena football headquarters. Where should you go to get your official AFL merchandise? For the best selection of name brand sporting goods, apparel, athletic footwear, and official AFL balls, tees, and more. Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's.
How fast can you get Comcast digital cable? How does tomorrow sound? With Comcast Express Connect, just call right now.
Comcast?
And get installed tomorrow.
Hi.
Enjoy an incredible variety of channels. And on demand, pick a show, play it whenever. Plus ask about high-definition TV. All at your house tomorrow, installed free. Then it's just $19.95 a month for 3 months. Fast enough for you? But you need to call 1-800-COMCAST right now.
Football fans, group tickets are available for the remaining 7 home games of the Philadelphia Soul inaugural season. Call 1-888-PHIL-AFL for Soul group ticket information before these games are sold out. Ticket representatives are standing by now. Well, hopefully there'll be a big crowd there. I think that's close to a sellout already for the game next week at the Wachovia Spectrum. Columbus Destroyers come to town for a Saturday night game at 7:30.
The fans make a huge difference. When you say 9th man in this league, it really does make a difference in this game, more so than any other game I've ever been involved in.
Jason Wells with the kick. It'll be Darren Graham. And he wants to come to the left side, breaks one tackle, and he'll be smothered by Kevin Aldridge and Chad Pegues at the 11-yard line.
Kevin Aldridge, first down, Philadelphia.
So the Philadelphia offensive unit will trot out onto the field. And Nick Browner will get the play call from head coach Michael Trigg.
We need to step it up here, fellas. This is the time. 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter. It's time to put some points on the board.
And also, I mean, I really believe, and I've said this from day one of training camp, it's about this team being better at the end of the season than at the beginning of the season. So all this is really important right now. I mean, I still think they have a chance to win, but beyond that, you've got to try to be better on each and every play. As that pass is knocked down by Shante Carver.
Shante Carver, second down.
Coming off, oh, He beats Patrick Scott on the swim move. And Shante Carver's a big man. You're not just going to lay it over him. He's got some ups there and bats the ball down. That's as big as a sack in this game.
I mean, he's 6'5", Shante Carver. And Patrick Scott just missed the block that time. So 2nd and 10, Graham in motion. Browner on a 3-step, and he's going to be sacked. The pressure has been coming all day, and as we like to say in the Arena Football League, Dallas is bringing the funk.
They are bringing the funk. This is basic football, guys. The game is won and lost up front, and right now, Dallas is bringing the funk. They are winning the game.
Chad Pegues there with the sack. 3rd-year player out of Illinois State. Spent some time in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals. And was a part of the one-year wonder XFL Los Angeles Extreme that won the championship. Ricky Ross in motion on 3rd and 12. Browner on a 5-step. Going to go deep down the field. Ross is open. He's got it. Touchdown, Soul.
Browner's pass complete to number 1.
There is a penalty flag back at the 6-yard line.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Ricky Ross showed some speed there.
There's a flag on the play. Flag brought to you by Carter Eisen.
Illegal defense, outside rush, number 40. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Well, Darren, I think that's what we're looking for. Is really, you know, if you give him time, then you can send guys down deep down the field.
And that's exactly what's going on. They're taking away the 3-step. They're playing man press. But what's going on right here is they gave him the time. Ricky Ross has the speed to beat the guys deep, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Ken Hensley will come on for the extra point. Still plenty of time to go in this game. 3:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm not so sure why the clock isn't running right now, but Philadelphia will take that favor. It's just kicking blocks. At extra points, you can't return it. It's a dead flag. As soon as the ball is blocked, it's over. So the score will be 44-27 Dallas.
That was one sloppy extra point. I don't know what happened there. I'd like to see a replay on that if we could.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes, yes. They're so worried about number 55, Weatherton, that they totally misblocked number, I couldn't see the number, forgive me for that, but, you know, there's definitely some sloppy special teams going on right now, and every point is crucial at this point, absolutely crucial.
Kevin Aldridge, the rookie out of SMU. There's a lot of Texas flavor on this roster. That's part of what they've tried to do in building this team. All this week at 7:30 p.m. on UPN 57. It's the thrill of victory and the agony of having 2 left feet. It's Sports Week on Everybody Loves Raymond. All this week at 7:30 p.m. on UPN 57.
You know, it's very disheartening. When you come up with a big touchdown like that, you want to just kick that extra point, and when something sloppy like that, it really deflates the whole outcome of that last play.
Well, you lose the buzz at the touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Coach Trigg talked about it. He liked the effort last week, but there were too many mistakes, and I think he feels pressure because everything outside of the actual playing of the game went so well in the home opener. And I think he feels like it's his responsibility that the product on the field matches all the marketing and the show that goes on back in Philadelphia. Pettis on the return gets it close to the 15-yard line. He's tackled by Michael Harrison.
First and 10, Desperado.
Well, if Philadelphia is to get back in this game, they're going to have to create some turnovers, get some defensive stops.
You know, and I got to tell you right there was an opportunity. Pettis misfielded that ball, and I saw no one within 5 yards, 10 yards of that play. Those are the kind of big plays you need when you're down. With the deficit you are right now, someone has to hustle downfield and make a big play.
Now, Glenn Gant, who was a part of 4 turnovers a week ago, has looked pretty good, and his offense coordinator, Steve Tunn, thinks that he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. And he's done a nice job today. Wide receiver screen to Will Pettis. He's dancing.
And those are the kind of plays you can expect to see for the rest of the game. They are ahead right now with 2:54 left in the 3rd period. You're just going to see little short passes and not allow Glenn Gaunt to make any mistakes.
Let's send it down to Rhea. Rhea, what do you got for us?
You may have noticed that Chris Ryan doesn't have Soul Train on his jersey this week like he did before. The Arena League stepped in, said this isn't the XFL. We're not a gimmick league, and they took it off. So when you come to the Soul game next week, you're expecting to see Soul Train. It will be Chris Ryan on the back of his jersey.
You can still yell for Chris Soul Train Ryan. It just won't be on the jersey. Gant looking for Pettis. And he overshoots the receiver. And having been in this league, this is my 7th year, you're now in your 12th year, there really were a lot of people upset about the Chris Soul Train Ryan thing, having the Soul Train on the nameplate, just because everything the Arena Football League has stood for to date has been about integrity and trying to treat this game as a real game, not a gimmick game. And I was wondering how you felt about it.
I have to tend to agree with you. I think this game is a legitimate game, and a lot of times, for some reasons, people don't give it the respect it deserves. And unfortunately, I think Soul Train did take a little bit away from the game.
Well, it was interesting. It didn't last long, huh? No, just one game. And there's a penalty flag on the play. I enjoyed the spirit of it. I mean, I thought it was great for the fans. It's just when you've been around for 18 years, you can't just change the rules.
Offense number 55, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
I'll tell you what I do think they should do. I think the home fans of the game should bring their train whistles, and every time Soul Train touches the ball, blow it, and let's get the Soul Train going. We can keep the name alive. We just don't have to have it on the nameplate. I love the fact that it's fun. He's a big man with some sweet feet.
Oh, he's one of the best fullbacks in the league.
No doubt.
Chris Soul Train Ryan, we can call him it. All right, Dallas got a 3rd down. See if the Soul can come up with a defensive stop. Pettis will be the motion man, right slot. Gant, pump fake. He's going deep for Pettis, and he can't come up with it. Joseph Todd just got a hand in at the last moment. And it brings up 4th down, and a field goal attempt coming up for Dallas. So even if they get the 3, which would be considered a half stop in arena football, good job there showing some heart there from the defense.
Clem puts it up there. Joseph Todd just gets his hand inside to knock the ball out of Pettis' hands. Nice play.
Be a 46-yard field goal attempt for Jason Wells.
This is not out of Jason Wells' range.
Ricky Ross hoping to have a chance on the return. Kick on the way, has the distance. No good. Ricky Ross, see what he can do. He's at the 5, the 10, up the right side. And gets to midfield, so excellent field position.
Ross on the return.
Philadelphia trailing 44-27.
We were talking about heart and effort, and I'll tell you what, number 42, C.J. McClain, he brought an excellent bull rush to distract Jason Wells on that kick. Just missing it to a little bit to the left. You got to remember, folks, these field goal posts are only 9 feet wide.
That is half the width of the goalposts in college and NFL. And also, the other thing is that they're not just 10 feet off the ground, it's 15 feet off the ground. So kicking in this game is really hard. I've often been surprised, the guys who are successful in this league, why they can't go to the NFL and be great kickers.
I often wonder that myself, Ari.
This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we've got a whistle.
Timeout. Dallas, their second charge.
Dallas has to use their second timeout.
This is a
Bud Light timeout. Now what's going to end up happening here is Philadelphia, you get another touchdown here, then all of a sudden you're only down by 10 points going into, you're in the early part of the 4th quarter, and this is manageable.
Absolutely, it's manageable, especially the way the ball's been coming off the net. You could get a big turnover off the kickoff.
Well, Coach Trigg looking on. This is a guy who was with an expansion team in Grand Rapids starting in 1996, and 5 years later in 2001, his team won a world championship, so he knows how to build a team.
Yeah, he's been in some tough situations. He's been with several expansion teams. He knows what it takes. It's going to take some time, put some building blocks, and you're going to go through your growing pains, and that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, right here in Dallas, from 91 to 93, he was the offense coordinator for the Dallas Texans. Ross in motion. Router to throw. Right side, Tyrone Jones makes the catch. Gain of 8 on the play, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter.
Tackle on the play by number 9, Sean Tucker.
Dallas 44, Philadelphia 27. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter after this.
For my massage, these big muscles need some tenderizing.
Okay, cutie, room 5.
Thank you. Ooh. Bud Light.
You're here for the body treatment?
Oh yeah, my body, your treatment.
Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Is there a breeze in here?
It's all here. Does your company have a temporary need for housing due to training, relocation, or corporate assignments? Let Petinaro Relocation help. A full-service corporate housing specialist, Petinaro Relocation has 5 area rental communities that offer you a choice of luxury high-rise, townhouse, or garden-style apartment, just minutes from Philly and Wilmington. Call 302-999-0708 or log on to PetinaroRelocation.com. Petinaro Relocation. Our team is here to help.
Detectives Gone Wild, tonight on UPN 57. Can you feel that? Take off on a hilarious assignment with 2 guys who don't need any stinking badges.
Do I have something in my teeth?
At 6:30, Eddie Murphy gets thrown into the lap of luxury.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
In Beverly Hills Cop. Then at 8:30, Jim Carrey goes bungle in the jungle.
Do not worship me!
In Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. It's Detectives Gone Wild tonight, starting at 6:30 on UPN 57.
Do you have a dollar?
This game is sponsored by Vonage, the broadband phone company. Monthly calling plans start at only $14.99. Call 1-877-4VONAGE or visit Vonage.com. By Cherry Hill Nissan, the friendly Nissan giant. And by Acme, helping make your life easier.
I got a question for you.
Welcome back. It's the start of the 4th quarter. Ari Wolf, Darren Kinney coming to you from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Nick Brown are the quarterback so far. Okay numbers, 14 for 26, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. We'll see if he can't get Philadelphia another touchdown here. They've got 2nd and 2 at the Dallas 17-yard line. Philly trails by 17 points. And Jones in motion alone on the left. Browder. And that pass is knocked down by Colston Weatherington, who's had a terrific game today.
Absolutely huge game. Defensive-wise, bull rush, batted pass, special team-wise, block kick. I mean, he's bringing it.
I actually got to do a game of his in NFL Europe. He was with the Amsterdam team, and he's a guy who he's got a great motor. You know, he's one of those guys who every play is bringing it.
Well, he certainly is bringing it today.
So 3rd and short, trailing by 17. This is certainly 4-down territory. Ross and Graham to the left, Jones alone on the right. Need to convert here. Browder on a 5-step. He's going to throw it up, and that's incomplete. There is a penalty flag back at midfield.
Passing complete.
And there's a flag at the 6-yard line, and Derek Stingley doesn't look happy. It seemed like there was quite a bit of contact in the secondary.
Yeah, and up front, Eric Olston was on skates there. Big number 95, Ernest Allen, brought it. I think we might get a holding call here.
Ernest Allen's been a good player in this league for a long time, 8 years. And now we'll get the call.
2 fouls against the defense. Holding, defense, that penalty is declined. Roughing the passer, defense, that penalty is enforced. 10 yards, correction, half the distance, automatic, first down.
All right, let's take a look at the roughing the passer part of the play. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, that's helmet-to-helmet contact.
As a seasoned veteran, Ernest is smarter than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a smart play for a guy who's been All-Arena second team 3 times in his career. That's just a dangerous play. There's just no place for that.
There absolutely isn't, especially when you have this kind of lead. You know, you don't want to make stupid plays, and quite frankly, that was a stupid play.
Graham in motion. 1st and goal for the Soul. Give to Travis McDonald, and they're just going to hook one of his legs and bring him down at the 6-yard line, where it'll be 2nd goal.
2nd down.
Being able to run the ball down here is absolutely crucial. Crucial, crucial, crucial. And these guys are trying to run the ball. They got a couple yards out of that.
Well, you were a center. You like to run the football because, offensive line doesn't get to do much drive run blocking. And this is the part of the field where it works best.
Absolutely. This is, the whole game plan changes once you get inside the 5 because, like we discussed earlier, the field gets a lot smaller.
2nd and goal. Browder looking left, comes back middle of the field, and it's incomplete.
Browder's pass.
The boy Ernest Allen is bringing it. He is bringing the funk.
3rd down.
Take a look at the pressure.
Opens up the shoulders, clubs them. I can't fault Eric Olsted. Ernest Allen is one of the top nose guards in the league. I felt his wrath more than once. He is an outstanding defensive lineman.
24 career sacks. And in this league, that's a big number.
Yes, it is.
Last year, Tom Briggs led the league in sacks with 10.5. So 24 is pretty good over the course of a career. Tyrone Jones in motion, 3rd and goal. Offsides against Dallas. Browder to the end zone, and it's picked off by Will Pettis. And he'll be lassoed down by Darren Graham, and there will be a penalty flag. Offsides. So that'll be half the distance to the goal, and it'll be 3rd down again.
Right now, Dallas is doing the things that Philadelphia did last week. They're keeping this drive alive.
Offside, defense, number 55. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the down. 3rd down.
When we talked about this team, we thought they lost Tom Briggs, 10.5 sacks. They lost Martin, 4 sacks. 14.5 sacks is a lot. But I got to tell you, they got plenty of guys who can bring it up front. I mean, you lose those 2 guys, but you save some money, and they've still got guys who can do it.
They have one guy, number 5, Jamar Toombs, who hasn't even dressed today, and he was all rookie last year.
There's some good young talent here. And you have to decide how you want to spend your money. There's a hard salary cap. It's what you want to spend it on.
It doesn't hurt that Jerry Jones owns a team and has a huge payroll for scouting.
3rd and goal. Browder is scrambling. A flag. He'll throw for the end zone. Off the crossbar, batted around and incomplete.
Folks, that ball's live off the net. That was a smart play by Tyrone Jones to knock the ball out of his hands, because that was an INT if he did not.
Well, Wetherington doesn't look happy, and Philadelphia may get another crack at it. Oh, no, he changed his mind. He says holding first of all against Dallas, but it'll be against Philadelphia. So what do you do here if you're Will McClay? Do you decline it?
Holding.
I would decline it.
Number 95. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
All right. So you say don't give him 2 cracks from the 13. You'd rather give him 1 crack from the 3-yard line.
Absolutely. Yep. Like you discussed, the field is small, and you can see the receivers have no room to move here.
Well, Philadelphia is to come back here. They got to convert. 4th and goal at the 3-yard line. Fans up out of their seats here at the American Airlines Center. All 3 receivers to the left. Jones will be in motion as the middle receiver. 4th and goal. Browder going to scramble. He's just going to throw it up. Ricky Ross has got it. Touchdown. Sold.
That was unbelievable. I had no idea where that ball was going. I was totally confused. I don't know if it was just the angle up here, but it looked like he was throwing it away.
Wait till you see the replay. Ricky Ross just shoved the defender and got away with it. This should have been offensive interference. We won't see it on that replay, but he literally just pushed Jermaine Jones away. If you get away with it, it's legal, right?
Absolutely. We'll take the vet move. That's what we call a vet move right there.
Yeah, we're not going to get it there either, but I saw it live. He just used 2 hands, kind of like Randy Moss or Chris Carter when he played. You can get away with it. Hensley drills the extra point. We've got ourselves a football game. 10:39 to go in the 4th. Dallas 44, Philadelphia 34. So Philadelphia, they were buried about 20 minutes ago, and they have battled back. We'll be back with more football.
Lankenau Hospital, our doctors are in a league all their own. They've carried the ball in advancing the art of heart surgery and heart transplantation, being champions of medical research and cancer detection and treatment, implementing a sound game plan to treat orthopedic injuries. Trust your healthcare needs to a true all-star team. Lankenau Hospital, our doctors are the main difference.
Chevy,
10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Right now, lease a 2004 Chevy Malibu sedan for around $199 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details. That's $199 a month for a 2004 Chevy Malibu sedan. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Hi, I'm John Bon Jovi, the co-owner of the Philadelphia Soul in the Arena Football League. We've teamed up with Vonage, the broadband phone company, to help Drudix center Project Rainbow, a program for homeless women and their children. Vonage will make a generous contribution for each Soul fan who signs up for Vonage by the end of the season. Monthly calling plans starting as low as $14.99. It's a big win for everyone. Make a call for the homeless at 1-877-4VONAGE or online at vonage.com/JBJ. Thanks for your help.
Tonight at 8:30 on UPN 57, Jim Carrey answers the call of the wild in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Tonight at 8:30 on UPN 57.
Alrighty then.
Back to football?
Back to football.
I like the fact that I think both of us were starting to wonder if maybe Philadelphia sort of felt like, wow, you know, we're getting our butts kicked. But now they put together 2 consecutive drives. They were trailing 44-21, and they put 13 straight points on the board. And that's encouraging no matter whether they win or lose today.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things Coach Trigg talked about when we spoke with him earlier today. He said he liked the character of the team. They did not give up last week. They didn't play well enough to win, but they were definitely aggressive the whole way through. And it looked like they had a little lull there in the third quarter, but it looks like they're picking it back up in the fourth quarter.
Reset the clocks. Ken Hensley's going to have to wait a moment. So next week it's at the Wachovia Spectrum, and I remember going there as a kid. That's, you know, where I used to go see the Sixers play, and I got to tell you, the Wachovia Center is beautiful. But for those of us that, you know, grew up in Philadelphia, going to the Wachovia Spectrum, I think it's going to be pretty neat.
You're going to be right on top of these guys. You're going to absolutely love the atmosphere.
Hensley with the kick, and that's bouncing around. It's at the 5-yard line, and Jason Shelley has it. And he will get tackled at the 18-yard line by Eric Golston. So we were talking about the way the ball can carry him off, and that was anybody's football.
Anybody's football. That's the one thing in the special teams game I think is lacking. There should be someone around that football. Absolutely, one of the speed guys or somebody. The big guys don't always make it down there, but one of the speed guys should definitely have an opportunity to make a break on a play.
You weren't one of those speed guys.
Absolutely not. I was what you called the safety. They'd actually let Darren Alcorn run down there before they let me.
Well, Darren Alcorn was a kicker, for those of you who don't know that. Big kicker. All right, 1st and 10 for Dallas. They lead by 10 with 10 minutes to go in the game. Gant on a 3-step. Got all day, and he will miss Bobby Scipio. And I tell you, Dallas has lost their rhythm offensively.
Absolutely they have, you know. I'll tell you what, and we were talking about hustle. Big number 75, Eric Golston, you know, got pushed down there on a bull rush, but then he got back up and made a play. So, you know, these guys are really trying to hustle here. I can appreciate that.
The 2nd 10, you come up with one more stop. I mean, it becomes anybody's game.
Well, you have to remember that defense last week came up with 3 stops.
Yep.
3 stops in this game is absolutely huge. So let's hope they can pull it off again tonight.
Gant has thrown 4 touchdown passes this afternoon on a 5-step. And he misses Will Pettis. The pressure comes again.
Gant's pass intended for Will Pettis.
And they stop the clock. I don't see a penalty flag. Steve Tunn, the offense coordinator, wants an explanation. And they'll restart the clock, so 3rd and 10 for Dallas.
All right, guys, let's learn from last week. Let's stay on sides.
So far, Dallas is 2 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Shelley will be the motion man, right sideline. 3rd and 10 for the Desperados. Gant. And that ball is batted. Knocked to the turf. 4th down coming up.
That was an absolutely huge series by number 75, Eric Golston. He had 2 pressures and a batted ball. Here you go. Watch the big man. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Get that hand up. Nice. That is a huge play.
That's what they teach these guys. If you can't get to the quarterback, at least get your hands up there. 46-yard field goal attempt for Jason Wells. Tyrone Jones waits in the end zone. The kick on the way. And off the net, it's Tyrone Jones. And he will bring it out close to the 9-yard line. So Philadelphia, who trailed by 23 points, now trails by 10, and they've got the football. On the Pet Narrow scoreboard, it's a 10-point lead for Dallas. If you want to stay with us, Philadelphia trying to rally here in Big D.
Everything is so fresh. I wonder who our caterer is. It's me. I'm the caterer. You drove all the way to Blommer's Markets and Bakeries? With your schedule, please. Come on, Patricia, who is it? I got everything at Acme. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent? Can I have his number?
Acme, helping make your...
Our Buenos Aires plant has been online for the past 6 months, and with that, productivity is up 10%. Next slide, please. As you can see, we're projecting another 20% increase by the end of the fall. Our analysts are extremely positive about our 18-month projections. Now, moving on to our regional distribution plan, this highlights our goals.
If you're not offering your employees Independence Blue Cross, maybe you should.
So let me get this straight. Your Comcast cable, and you don't include pop-up blocker, antivirus, or a modem? Tell me, what do I get for my $42.95?
Let's try that again with Verizon.
If I get DSL, how much is it? Wow, that's $13 less than Comcast. And all that stuff is included? Great.
Verizon Online DSL or cable. Now that's an easy call. Verizon. Make progress every day.
Back here in Dallas, it's time for the Comcast high-definition connection of the game, and this was a big play for Philadelphia. A 41-yard touchdown pass from Nick Browder to Ricky Ross.
This is one thing you got to love about the arena football game. If you were watching the outdoor game, when you were down 20 points, you guys turn off the TV, go back to yard work. Right here, this game is still a game. They went from being down 20 now being down 10 with plenty of time left on the clock.
Philadelphia with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Graham will be the motion man left slot. Browder. With time, he gets hit on the throw, and the pass will fall incomplete. He was looking for Tyrone Jones, and Kevin Aldridge brought the pressure that time.
He put a swim move on Michael Harrison, and Kevin Aldridge was no slouch. He was all whack back in his college days at SMU. That's the big man. Harrison just leans a little bit, pulls that swim move over. It's better to get run over, folks, than to get beat on a swim move.
And you'd know, right?
Oh, I've been there.
2nd and 10 for the Soul. Browder looking for Tyrone Jones. He makes the catch, and he's right at the sticks. That should be enough for the first down. It's very, very close. And based on me eyeballing it from up here in the rafters, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Philadelphia.
The one thing Philadelphia has going for them right now is Dallas, the linemen they have in right now, is they are considered more offensive linemen, so you can consider more pass protection, especially at the nose guard. Maybe, Shante Carver's still going to bring it, so is Pegues, but I mean,
think so.
If you get one last pass rush guy, it definitely makes a difference in this league.
Sideline screen to Ricky Ross. Gets a couple blocks. He's in Dallas territory. A gain of 9 on the play. And Patrick Scott, he's the one wild card on this team, and Coach Trigg's aware of it. He just, he just runs a little bit hot. He's got a temper.
To say the least. Yeah, Patrick Scott definitely runs a little bit hot. But at this point right now, someone has to tell him, hey, Patrick, play within yourself. We need to put together a drive here and get back in this game.
Hopefully it's offsetting. We didn't see the first contact.
Unnecessary roughness, number 90, offense. Unnecessary roughness, number 1, defense. Those penalties offset. 2nd down.
All right, let's take another look at this. I only saw the tail end of it. Ricky Ross gets brought down, and then Patrick Scott gets into it. I guess they're both kind of shoving at each other.
Patrick, you're picking on that little guy, Bobby Scipio.
I mean, Patrick's a friendly guy off the field, but he's not somebody I'd want to run into on the field. He's got a little bit of a mean streak. Second and short. They give it to Chris Ryan, and he bulldozes down to the 12-yard line.
You got to like that. Take away the pass rush, fellas. Take away the pass rush. Run the ball. Keep the drive going.
The number of first down, Philadelphia first down.
Chris Ryan, he looks like he wouldn't have good feet, but he is quick for a big man.
He couldn't have made a better call there. They ran what they call a twist. The linebacker goes to the tight end side, which left the hole wide open. There was no linebacker there to make the play.
All right, it's a 10-point game, 5:20 and counting in the fourth. Tyrone Jones in yo-yo motion to the right. Browder, pump fake, looking for Jones. He's open. He's got it. Touchdown, Soul.
I'll tell you what, that's exactly what you were talking about. Before that play, you see Tyrone Jones give Nick Browder a little high sign over there. The communication is coming right there, you know. Here we go. We'll take a look at it again. Little pump fake. Buys it hook, line, and sinker. Lays it right in there for 6.
And then a late hit on Jermaine Jones.
You know, Dallas has got to start playing smart right now. I mean, they were ahead big time. Now it's, you know, it's a 4-point game at this point. Stop doing the penalties.
Personal foul against Dallas. Well, it was 44-21.
Right.
And things have changed dramatically.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the touchdown, unnecessary roughness. Number 2, defense. That penalty will be enforced on the first play after the kickoff.
So wherever the return is out to, then the penalty be enforced. And that's, you know, for people used to the outdoor game, it seems crazy that it's going to happen 2 plays from now. But you have to penalize them. There's nothing you can really do to them here.
Right.
So Hensley on for the extra point to try to make it a 3-point game. High snap. Hensley's going to pick it up, or try to anyway. And he'll throw for the end zone, and that's incomplete. So that's a costly miss. Instead of being a 3-point game, it remains a 4-point game.
You know, we've been talking about the special teams play. You know, they've had trouble with the snap now the last 2 games.
We will take a break. 4:53 to go in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We suddenly have a good one on our hands. Dallas leading Philadelphia 44-40.
Does your company have a temporary need for housing due to training, relocation, or corporate assignments? Let Petinaro Relocation help. A full-service corporate housing specialist, Petinaro Relocation has 5 area rental communities that offer you a choice of luxury high-rise, townhouse, or garden-style apartment, just minutes from Philly and Wilmington. Call 302-999-0708 or log on to PetinaroRelocation.com. Petinaro Relocation. Our team is here to help.
Gumbo. Oh, yeah. Here's how y'all go. Head down by the riverside. You'll see a giant bear eating a man. You go bump with it, bump. You see old dead stinking fish. Gonna be a dog there. Be foaming at the mouth. There y'all are.
Sometimes the road to adventure is paved. The 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano.
Forgot to warn about that hot sauce.
Now, gentlemen, today's paintball match, we will be playing for Bud Light. What are you doing?
Thought you said it's for Bud Light.
It is for Bud Light. You have to capture this flag first. There it is.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Take a Bud Light.
It's all here.
We're back in Dallas, and it's time for the Vonage coaching call of the game. And this was a great play call here. As Browder used the play fake, and he gets Tyrone Jones wide open for the touchdown.
Sounded like Satan was making that call.
I have many different voices, but we'll get into that another time. It's a 4-point game, and Coach Trigg, yeah, that was a brilliant play call.
As how the momentum has changed between the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter right now.
Yes, Mo is on Philadelphia's side right now. Hensley to kick it off. End over end kick. Pettis waits. It's bouncing around, and Shelley will be tackled in the end zone, but he had it at the 1-yard line. So Philadelphia trailing by just 4 points, and they've got Dallas backed up to their 1-yard line.
That's the kind of coverage we're talking about. Great hustle by Ricky Ross right there.
Well, Dallas better wake up here. I mean, it looked like they just took the wind out of their sails. They were up by 23 points, and they just seemed to kind of relax.
Yeah, and that does happen in this game. I mean, yeah, you're up by 23. Psychologically, you think you have the game in the bag. But in this sport, with a 50-yard field, it's far from over, even if you're up by 28.
And who knows, we may have one of those final minutes in arena football where the lead changes 2 or 3 times. We'll see.
We're actually talking with Coach Trigg's father today, and he says how he can never relax when he's at a game because the games always come down to the last second.
Yes, remember the personal foul. So half the distance, but it was only from the 1-yard line. So now it's at about, I'd say it's about a foot. And certainly if you could get a good pass rush here, though, would you expect Dallas in this situation to just hand it off to Kevin Aldridge?
I think you're going to see a little run here, or you're going to see a little 3-step drop. You know, right now they're just want to get out of this, get out of the red zone right here.
See if the defense can come up with a play. And he throws for Scipio. It's incomplete. Scipio wants a flag, won't get it. So now less than 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth. And this Dallas offense that looks so good in the third quarter continues to struggle here in the fourth.
The fans are starting to let them have it right now, too. It sounds a little bit like Philadelphia. The little Boo Birds are out. Something you might want to try here, that what happened to them last week, they ran a switch, which when the blitzing linebackers switch positions, and actually the little guy can blitz, and sometimes you can catch the center asleep.
So in this case, you would mean bring Ricky Ross, the jack linebacker.
Exactly.
All 3 receivers to the right. And he'll throw for Shelley. Cannot make the catch. And it's suddenly 3rd and 10 for Dallas.
Third down.
And let's send it down to Rhea Hughes. Rhea, what do you have for us?
Ari, the beauty of being at an arena football game is how close you can get to the action and the coaches. During that last scoring drive by the Soul, Coach Trigg standing next to these sidelines, chit-chatting with fans, and they asked if they could try on his ring, and he handed it over to him, his arena football ring, and then went on and directed a scoring drive. So Trigg having no problems focusing on everything.
Yeah, he can handle this. He's been in this league for a few years. All right, 3rd and 10. Gant from deep in his own end zone. He'll go down the field looking for Scipio. Broken up, Travis Seaton. Great defense. Travis Seaton comes up with the play. A mismatch in size. And now Dallas will be forced to try as long as field goals you can attempt in this game. And Philadelphia's going to have the football and a chance to take their first lead.
This is something we discussed a little earlier but didn't touch on. There is no punting in this league, but there is what they call a pooch kick. And what happens is that the field goal kicker will kick it around the 20, and one of the ends will release. And if he catches the ball past the first down marker, it's first down Dallas. So
we'll see what happens here. I mean, because Jason Wells is not going to be able to make a field goal from this distance. That's for sure. Right. So then you try to come up with some kind of way to at least push Philadelphia back, or, like you said, try to get the football for yourself. We'll call this a 66-yard attempt. And it's blocked. Darren Graham has the football. He'll be tackled by Kevin Aldridge. Philadelphia football at the Dallas 15-yard line, trailing by 4 points.
Well, I'll tell you what, we questioned the heart, there for the third quarter. These guys are coming up huge. You got to love the character of this team right now.
I mean, it was 44-21, and it was we were starting to wonder. And I tell you, it only takes a play or two. It seemed that they started to get their confidence. You see the guys jacked up a little bit, high-fiving each other, and now they find themselves with a chance to win the game.
This score, the drive right here is crucial. Absolutely, take your time, do the plays, call the plays that you want to call, run the ball, make sure you capitalize on that turnover.
Take your time, take your time. 1st and 10. Graham in motion. Browder, pump fake. He's throwing for Ross, and there's going to be either a hold or pass interference against Derek Stingley.
And this is something Ricky and I discussed on the plane. He feels that he can take advantage of Derek Stingley one-on-one. And right now, the line is giving Browder time. And Ricky Ross had him beat. Derek had to take him down, or else it was 6.
illegal contact defense, hitting the receiver beyond 5 yards. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
First and goal inside the 10-yard line.
You got to keep our composure. You've got too far. There's too much to lose.
The clock is winding. Derek Stingley still disgusted by the call. With Philadelphia, they have never led. Started the game trailing 2-0 as there was a safety. And it's been a long road back. But here's their chance. First and goal. Less than 90 seconds to go in the game. Tyrone Jones in motion. Browner throws for Chris Ryan. He'll take it for 6. Touchdown, Soul! Woo!
That was outstanding. Outstanding. You got to love it when they throw it to the big man.
The Soul Train takes it to the house. And Philadelphia leads 46-44.
Right now, Dallas is thinking nothing but bringing a pass rush. Little fullback out. Wide open.
Dallas has 1 timeout remaining.
So the 1-minute warning and the 1-minute timing rules go into effect. Those are like the college timing rules. Clock will stop on incomplete passes, plays that go out of bounds. Now keep in mind, Dallas has just 1 timeout left.
This extra point is crucial.
Huge. Want to give yourself a 3-point lead. Nice snap. Hamill gets it down. Kick on the way. It is good. So 1 minute left in the game, and Philadelphia leads Dallas 47-44. Some comeback by the Soul. We'll see if they can hang on when we come back after these messages.
Lankenau Hospital, our doctors are in a league all their own. They've carried the ball in advancing the art of heart surgery and heart transplantation, being champions of medical research and cancer detection and treatment, implementing a sound game plan to treat orthopedic injuries. Trust your healthcare needs to a true all-star team. Lankenau Hospital, our doctors are the main difference.
You don't do nothing. You don't want to do. Ain't nothing phony about you. Keeping it real and do what you feel. Yeah. You gotta eat. Yeah, you gotta eat chicken.
Get Checkers Spicy Ranch Chicken or Crispy Fish Sandwich for just 99 cents. Take your pick. You can't go wrong. Spicy Ranch Chicken or Crispy Fish, just 99 cents at Checkers.
Yeah, you gotta eat chicken.
Let's take a look at the whack of the game, and this was a pretty good hit that little Darren Graham took from Chad Pegues. Ouch. That's a 100-pound difference between defensive lineman to receiver. They should get another look.
It's bad enough coming across the middle as a receiver when you're getting hit by a DB, let alone by big number 94.
Now let's reset everything for you. If you're just tuning in, with 6:31 to go in the third quarter, Dallas led Philadelphia 44-21. They had a 23-point lead. Since then, in the last 20 minutes and 31 seconds of action, Philadelphia has outscored Dallas 26-0.
It's absolutely unheard of. I have never been involved in a game where there's been a 26-point turnaround.
Unbelievable. Now, not start patting each other on the back just yet. There's still the final minute in arena football, and this thing could seesaw a couple of more times.
But this is what the game's all about, folks. You have to love this game. When we tell you it's never over, this is the perfect example. It is never over.
Hensley with the kick. Will Pettis plays it cleanly. Trying to get out to the left, and he is knocked out of bounds.
Will Pettis on the return.
So the 1-minute timing rules, again, want to remind you, it's like traditional college football rules. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Dallas at their own 14-yard line. And Glenn Gant, who was playing so well through most of today's game, the whole offense has struggled since the 6:31 mark of the third quarter. You ever remember 26 straight points in your 11 years in the league?
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
unheard of. All 3 receivers to the right. Gant will throw. The catch is made by Jason Shelley at the Dallas 21-yard line. The clock is winding down here. Now remember, Philadelphia has 3 timeouts. At some point, if Dallas gets close, they're going to have to consider using them to give themselves a chance to score. But we'll see how this plays itself out. Second and short. Gant to throw. He's got his man wide open, and he misses Bobby Scipio. Keita Crispina had bit on the play. Scipio was wide open, and Gant misfires. Thank you. As we take another look at this, this would have been a sure touchdown. Oh, boy.
He had him, but that's when the inexperience comes into play. Now let's get a little pressure on him.
33 seconds to go in the game. Philadelphia with a 3-point lead, looking for their first win in franchise history. Will Pettis comes in motion to the left. Third and short. Gant looking for Pettis. Incomplete, but there is a flag. 2 flags in the middle of the field.
Flag on the play brought to you by Carter Iveson.
And Ricky Ross very upset about the call.
I think we're making a holding call here on Keita Crispina.
Now here we go.
Holding. Defense, number 2. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
All right, so Dallas with a fresh set of downs. 28 7/10 of a second remaining. Now they're certainly within field goal range for Jason Wells, and certainly have more than enough time to take several shots at the end zone. It's all 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 19-yard line.
You have goosebumps yet?
Yeah, no, my heart's pounding pretty good.
I love it.
Pettis will be the motion man. Gant on a 5-step. Looking for Pettis. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. Beautiful throw and catch there. Glenn Gant to Will Pettis. But there's 23 seconds left in this game.
There's 23 ticks left.
A very important extra point attempt coming up for Jason Wells.
That was a big-time throw by Glenn.
Yes, great throw and a great catch. And Gant, put it in the perfect spot. And Pettis, boy, that guy's some athlete. And here's the extra point for Jason Wells. The kick is on the way, and it is good. We will take a break. 23 seconds remaining. Philadelphia trails by 4, and they are going to have a chance to win this football game when we come back. Stay with us.
That was good.
Yeah, dude, don't react.
Starting at $70, you'll find our shoes fit your budget almost as well as your feet.
Styles from dress to casual. Sizes from 8.5 to 14. Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Wait, you want me to pick up your prescription and I'm snack mom tonight? Okay, no problem. Hi, I'm kind of in a hurry. Can you tell me where the granola bars are?
Sure, come on, I'll show you.
Okay, thank goodness there's a pharmacy in my Acme.
Actually, there's an Acme in my pharmacy.
Oh.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can take you right here.
You don't have to open a special line for me just because I'm on a TV show.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can help you right here.
Wonder what show she's on.
Acme, helping make your life easier.
If you're getting married, we'll rent you a tuxedo for as little as $50, which is pretty good, considering her dress probably costs as much as your car.
Rent 4 tuxedos, and the groom's is free.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Welcome back, everyone. 23 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Dallas leading Philadelphia 51-47. Dallas getting set to kick it off. And Darren, while we were away at break, you talked about how critical this return is for Ricky Ross to give Philly a chance with good field position.
You have to get it outside the 5. You want to get it out to the 20. Midfield, it changes the whole game plan.
So Jason Wells to kick it off. He has struggled on his kickoffs all afternoon. Another short one. Ricky Ross will have a chance. He's at the 5 and then kind of hesitates. And Philadelphia will have just a tiny bit more than 19 seconds to work with. And they still have all 3 timeouts.
time.
The crucial point right here is going to come down to protection right now.
And you don't need to go for the home run here on first down. You can take a couple shots, get yourself up to midfield, and then try to go for the touchdown.
That's exactly the way I would handle it.
So Nick Browder, he looks pretty confident. I like the way he kind of strutted into the huddle there. Now, if you're a quarterback, these are the moments you live for. 1st and 10 for the Soul from their own 6-yard line. Browder gets it off, gets it to Darren Graham. He breaks the tackle. He's dancing into Dallas territory and brought down at the 14-yard line. And the clock will stop because the chain gang has to move into place. And I'm sure Philadelphia will use a timeout with 10 seconds to go in the game.
Great move by Darren Graham.
There's a player down for Dallas. I believe that's Duke Pettijohn, number 45.
Player down on the field.
And we'll take a look at this brilliant play here by wide receiver Darren Graham. And he breaks the tackle, and then he's dancing. That's the thing about the Philadelphia receiving corps. You get it to Tyrone Jones, Ricky Ross, or Darren Graham, and they can do it themselves after that.
Yeah, the yards after catch with this team is absolutely unbelievable, the ability that these guys have.
So Duke Pettijohn will come off the field. Real good two-way player who started his career in Orlando. So Philadelphia does use a timeout here with 10 seconds to go in the game. All right, Coach Kenny, you probably have a chance for 2 plays. You know, a play in this league doesn't usually ever take 10 seconds. So you got 2 shots at the end zone. Now, we talked about at the end of the first half that Ricky Ross, in terms of his ability in the end zone with his athleticism and his jumping ability, maybe the go-to guy.
If you can get the time, that's exactly the play I would call. Get it up high to Ricky Ross. Another point we have to make is Duke Pettijohn coming out of the game. You know, with the rotation, I think Aldridge is dead. So right now, they don't have a fullback linebacker to rush. So now they're only going to have a 3-man rush.
Right, but they've got 2 jacks back there.
Right.
They may not rush either guy and just try to get him in the passing lane.
One of them is allowed to rush, but you would hope that our big guys can handle those little guys.
So here we go, 1st and 10. The ball just outside the Dallas 14-yard line. The Soul trail by 4. All 3 receivers to the left. Ross will be in motion in the slot. Browder looking. He'll throw for Ross. It's broken up. They knew what was coming. That was great defense from Jermaine Jones. So now a little bit less than 6 seconds remaining. So depending on how quick a play you can run here, you might get 2 of them. As we take another look. That's just great defense. I mean,
really
he knew what was coming.
They knew. They were looking at Ricky Ross all the way.
Well, I figure if I thought that was going to be the play call, I figure they do too.
Everybody in the stadium knew it.
Dallas jumps, and they'll whistle the play dead. They should put 5.9 seconds back on the clock. The second came off, and this will be a 5-yard penalty. And the football will be just inside the 10-yard line.
Defense number 56, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, still second down. Please reset the clock to 5.9 seconds.
As crazy as this sounds, that offside penalty isn't awful. If he gets away with that and makes a sack, you know, you get lucky. But now the field is shortened, so that, you know, your 2 linebackers are going to play back and almost add like another DB. So they're taking away some throwing lanes here.
On your feet.
This would be a heck of a way for Philadelphia to get their first win in franchise history. Just 5.9 seconds remaining. Ross in motion. Browder to throw. Looking. And that's going to be incomplete. The clock still has 2 seconds remaining. Browder was looking for Ricky Ross. So it'll come down to 1 play. And as any of you have been watching highlights from around the league this weekend, there were several games that came down to the final play, and that is the true beauty of arena football.
This is what it's all about, folks. This is what it's all about. And you can expect this week after week. This isn't a rarity in arena football. This is usually how games wind up.
An Eastern Division showdown. It will come down to 1 play, and Philadelphia wants to talk it over. So they will get a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Coach Trigg is over there, and this is a guy who's been in many, many of these situations. All right, so 2 seconds remaining in the game. Dallas leading Philadelphia 51-47.
We were talking with Coach Trigg earlier, and he said Carolina was pretty successful with some incidental contact, as he'd like to describe it as. I'd let you explain what incidental contact is.
Well, it's basically a pick play, and hopefully you don't get called for it, and then you get some crossing patterns, and somebody can really come wide open underneath. Remember, the first receiving touchdown for Tyrone Jones was a play like that, where he came across the field. But you get one play here, and if Browder does get in trouble, he can throw it off the net and hope for a jump ball. So here we go, folks. Final play of the game. Graham in motion. Browder looking. He'll throw it up. The ball gets hit. It's broken up. Dallas wins 51-47. They improved to 1-1 on the season. And Philadelphia, what an effort to come from behind. They trailed by 23 points. They took the lead in the final minute, but it was not enough here in Dallas. As the final score, Dallas 51, Philadelphia 47. This game has been brought to you by Acme, helping make your life easier. By the Men's Warehouse, you're going to look the way you look. And by Bud Light, fresh, smooth, real. It's all here. Well, thanks for watching the Philadelphia Soul on UPN 57. Join us next Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. from the Wachovia Spectrum as the Soul face the Columbus Destroyers right here on UPN 57. And Darren, I know you've got to be excited about that because this was some football game.
This was absolutely an outstanding game. I know it's hard to say this, the team is 0-2, but I was very, very encouraged the way they came out and played that fourth quarter.
They really showed a lot of determination, and again, when you're an expansion team, there's a lot to be learned from a game like this, and they'll know in the future when things aren't looking good that they can come together and try to find a way to get a victory. Well, for Rhea Hughes and Darren Kinney, I am Ari Wolf saying so long from Dallas, Texas. Once again, our final score, Dallas 51, Philadelphia 47. Now stay tuned for Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop coming up next on UPN 57. Take care, everybody.
70 Show, weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on UPN 57.
Wanderlust, come join me on a personal journey through a land of mystery and intrigue. Baja California. Baja California hangs from the west coast of the US like an 800-mile-long icicle. Yet there's nothing icicle-like about this sun-scorched peninsula of desert and mountains and thousands of miles of unspoiled coast. Nor is there anything icy about the people and their culture. The traveler will be immediately impressed by their warmth, vivacious spirit, and quiet nobility. They live in a simple, unhurried world, free from fax machines, copyright litigation, and leash laws. Hitchhiking is a great way to immerse yourself in Baja's hot, dry, lonely soul. And let's not be naive, the price is right. But most importantly, traveling by some lets you meet the people of Baja on their own terms, as true individuals, with their own attendant charms and foibles. I don't swing that way, pal. Local tradition, my ass. Although it was totally out of my way, what better place to begin my journeys than Conception Bay, where the Sea of Cortez teems with a wide variety of fishes and eels. What an majestic, thrilling undersea world is out below the surface. I saw an explosion of colors and species and myriad wide variety of spectrum colors of the coral. What does it all mean, King Neptune's marvelous playground of creation? No one knows the answer, but what a rush! Ensenada was once a sleepy fishing village, now a booming tourist mecca, where folks go ape for the shopping. The conspicuous consumer can satisfy his every whim and or desire.
Vicky, Terry, Ruby, Jose. I don't see the name Gerhard. You have Gerhard.
Handicrafts, ceramics, whimsical ethnic figurines, and gory religious icons. The savvy traveler learns to distinguish between the chintzy junk and the genuine masterpiece. But don't make the mistake of paying the vendor's full asking price, which is considered an insult to the beloved local tradition of haggling. Furthermore, paying full price makes the peddlers lazy and complacent, while a good spirited round of haggling provides excellent stimulation for their young minds. $1.80 for two. $1 each. It's ridiculous. You want to be a good businessman? How about one of these for 50 cents? For this, it's a turtle with a moving turtle. What is this? You cannot go lower. Two. Through this ritualistic squabbling, the vendors and I haggle our way to mutual friendship and a grudging respect. With one glaring exception. The man they called Froggy. His beguiling foam rubber iguana toys with their realistic wiggling tickled my fancy and spoke to the child in me. But he refused to play ball. How much is it?
Oh, $2.
Two?
Yeah. No more. Only $2. Yeah.
$1.
No, $2, man. No.
Two for this. It's $1. It's fair. This is mad. I love this. I love it. One.
$2, man.
You're killing me.
No.
This is madness. I cannot. I can't. No. I can't do it. I wish it was possible to shrug off this man's casual cruelty. I wish it was. I really do. Attention all seafood lovers. If fresh fishes and shrimps is your bag, then don't walk. Run to Ensenada. I'm here at the Mercado de Mariscos, or the fish market, where the bounty of the sea is iced and sliced. Red snapper, grouper, flounder, haddock, prawns, shrimps. If it swims, it's here. And surrounding the fish market are restaurant stalls, where hungry diners can sample the fruits of the sea and are serenaded by wandering minstrels. A wide variety of shellfish basking in the hot summer sun is usually a recipe for disaster. For me, however, I'm blessed with an iron stomach. And down the hatch. Strong taste. There was good news at the Hotel Calafia. The proprietor offered me a great deal on a shared room with a longtime tenant named Smokey Joe. I don't know which is worse, his constant hacking cough or the way he incessantly mutters to himself. My 6-year-old queen is half mad with syphilis.
Take those dope in the wrong car, Sarah.
I use the next day to rest, because when Gerhard Ranke's Wanderlust returns, I will explore Ensenada's world-famous nightlife.
Everyone's got questions about Chappelle's show. Dear Comedy Central, how could you give that show? He's terrible. Dear Dave, why do you feel the need to push the envelope with language? Dear Dave. Now, Dear Dave, why aren't you canceled? Well, the answer is quite simple. They ran out of episodes of Reno 911. So I'm back, bitch.
Still Dave, still dangerous. Chappelle's Show. New episode every Wednesday at 10:30 on Comedy Central.
Next question.
If partying the night away is your bag, then make a beeline to Ensenada, where the streets are overflowing with revelers of all ages.
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? Get a load of this clown. What is a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Go party, go shake your booty.
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Galoneo, prostituirme.
The night would not be complete without a taste of tequila at Husong's Cantina. Founded in the 1800s by the Husong family, the pub served mostly ranchers and miners.
Today it serves minors, all right. Mostly is the kind under 21. How you doing?
Very well, and you?
Take it easy on the mic. You like it here in Mexico? Zip it!
These nighttime streets are teeming with all manner of life and exotic rituals. Like the Tocas Electricas, a game of machismo, where the player's manhood is tested by his or her ability to grip 2 live electrodes.
I give this a try, the electric shocks. Yeah.
The player's social status rises with the number of volts, causing to his or her flash.
Mas.
Proving one's machismo has its price. In my case, temporary cerebral paralysis.
One more time.
But soon I was back on my feet and dancing the night away. La Bufadora is one of the world's most popular blowholes. Maybe too popular. Let's not be naive. The path to the blowhole is as beaten as a rented burrow. True, the beauty was stunning, with the magnificent interface between jagged rocks and turquoise ocean. But was it a genuine geologic wonder or a tourist trap? Determined to find out, I joined the expectant throng. The surf lapped rhythmically against the glistening fissure as we awaited the next brinier mission from the blowhole. As the seconds of delicious anticipation ticked by, it became impossible to deny that the moist air was pulsing with an unspoken erotic charge. So, is this your first time to the blowhole?
That was good. That was worth the 3-hour trip.
Although it's tempting, never lean too far over the edge, because every year thousands of tourists fall into the blowhole. Blowhole, 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 blowhole. Fortunately, they are spat back out, usually right where they fell in from.
With good waves year-round, Punta Eugenia has a reputation as a surfer's paradise. In my life, I've been blessed with the ability to realize almost all of my dreams. But the dream of surfing had heretofore eluded me, until now.
I've never been so alive. Every nerve is tingling. Woo!
Bloodthirsty conquistador Hernan Cortez was the first European to set foot in Baja in 1512. In his wake came the Spanish missionaries, who left a vast cultural and archaeological legacy, like the mission ruins in San Vicente.
San Vicente Ferrer was the third Dominican mission constructed along the Camino Real. Friars Miguel Hidalgo and Joaquin Valero founded it with the authorization of the governor, Felipe de Neve. It was one of the few Dominican missions that did not have to be relocated. It was strategically situated in the center of the route between Loreto and the Alta California and the route that would connect with the outlet of the Colorado River. The largest population cited was 317 Indians in 1787. in 1833 by...
What an awesome feeling it was to walk amongst these ancient walls of adobe. They were literally dripping with mystery and intrigue. Soon I fell into a reflective mood.
Why did I not buy that iguana?
Man!
1 second, I'm checking out the room. Here's a tip. Before purchasing a room, give it a once-over with this, the Stink Finder.
Designed by the folks at Stink Free, the Stink Finder reveals sources of biological contamination and helps you identify them with this handy key. Just turn it on, scan the bed, and the stains will appear like magic. Let's see. Blood, urine, vomit, semen, feces. Jesus Christ, who's staying here? Bill Clinton? Thanks to the Stink Finder, I was able to get this room for a substantial discount. When Gerhard Reinke's Wanderlust returns, I go into the desert for a Wheaton quest.
Looking for a sensitive discussion about sex?
Tell me a dirty story.
This isn't the place.
What constitutes sexual harassment? I'd say getting your secretary pregnant on the Xerox machine at lunch hour.
It's just basically pissing off the office lesbian.
Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn.
A study came out that women still make 75 cents for every dollar a man earns.
We create life. You know, we have the ultimate power, so or take the extra quarter. We don't care.
Comedians with issues. Weeknights at 11:30 after The Daily Show, only on Comedy Central. From Comedy Central on DVD, the complete first season of Upright Citizens Brigade.
Saying your mama. You're my mama. Damn right I am.
Special features include audio commentary from Little Donnie and his parents and deleted scenes.
Awesome!
DVD in stores and at ComedyCentral.com.
Once a sleepy fishing village, San Felipe is now a winter vacation spot for Mexican nationals and gringos alike. You can go sailing, sport fishing, get an authentic Mexican tattoo, or enjoy a meal of fresh shrimps. I meant in the summer, when prices are slashed due to the dangerously high temperatures, and the most popular pastime is beating the heat by whatever means necessary. But neither the tourism or the suffocating heat can stifle San Felipe's authentic Baja culture.
What these men are doing right here, there is no word for this in English or German, but in Spanish, this word is called música. Thank you, that was great.
I did not pay $3 US to be devoured by fleas. Wretched vermin. Heartless bitch.
Behind me is the Mission El Descanso, founded in about 1817. The Dominican friars and the Indian converts shared a remarkable spirit of brotherhood and generosity and lack of pettiness in their dealings. While by and large the spirit of sharing is reflected in the current culture, let's not be naive. There are still those who cannot see past their petty refusal to strike a reasonable bargain and whose short-sighted greed, avarice and lack of fair play prevent a transaction that would be fruitful for both parties.
Something was eating me. I needed to get further off the beaten path. I needed to keep it real. So I traveled to San Borja, a dusty hamlet named after the patron saint of shelving. Wandering through this time-forgotten village, I felt a touch of magic in the air. Everywhere I looked, there were animals of every stripe, spirited townfolk,
Mexico!
and delightful eccentrics, like Ramon, a man who loved to pretend he was eating hot peppers. It really looks like you're eating. As convincing as his pepper-eating act was, it was nothing compared to the bombshell he dropped next. He told me of a shaman who lived in the nearby desert. This was exactly the sort of mystery and intrigue I was after. Everywhere I went, when I asked of this shaman, people's eyes lit up, effusive with praise.
Yeah,
Hey, estoy practicando bien mi español. It's running.
Oh, yeah.
It's running water. It's nice place.
Finally, I got a hot lead on the shaman's whereabouts and set out with the desert, resplendent in a traditional serape. Dayton tonight, and then back into day. And then, among the ancient cartoon cactuses, I found the medicine man. He spoke in riddles. And in his hand he held a plastic chicken foot. And when he revealed himself, in his eyes I saw the wisdom of the ages. He presented me with the sacrament that was like a key to the latch on the door, behind which lay the secrets of the cosmos. I later found out it was the dried out dung of a peyote-eating desert goat. While the shaman went to have a piss, I began to see the world anew, as if through the eyes of a child.
Dica. Dica.
Don't go away. Gerhard Reinke's Wanderlust will be right back.
What do you want?
Wrong! Try again, dumbass!
What do you want?
I need to go pooping!
Oh, hell no. What do you want?
Ham? No, not ham, you fat. Screw you! It's ham, isn't it?
How about some South Park?
Hooray!
Now that we can do.
Meaning what?
Now every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9:30.
Spank my ass and call me Charlie.
Get your South Park on.
I'll kick you in the nuts!
South Park, Monday through Thursday at 9:30. You know you want it. Hell, you need it.
It really takes the edge off, man. You should try it.
The next day I awoke in the blistering heat. The shaman was long gone, and so was my kidney. I sallied forth into the merciless desert, trying to glean meaning from these strange events. I've headed up to here with this miserable, dried-out turd of a country. Every Mexican man has a stupid mustache to prove how macho he is. But then again, every Mexican woman has a mustache too. Go figure. These are not people. They are beasts. What I would do for a drink of water? I would drink the sweat of Patrick Ewing. I would drink the urine of an asparagus addict. I would suck the moisture out of a peep show janitor's mouth. Oh, my ankle! Agua. 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 How much was the water?
6 pesos.
Agua. 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 With my last gram of strength, I made my way to a local physician. Dr. Luis gave me a thorough exam and some unexpected news.
Yes, my friend, you were the victim of organ bandits, but after they opened you up, something must have spooked them. For they ran off without taking your kidney after all. It's no big deal. It happens all the time. I advise you to rest, drink plenty of fluids, and avoid spicy foods.
With a jaunty poke of his index finger, Dr. Lewis had given me a new lease on life. I knew exactly what I had to do. Great. I made a beeline to Ensenada to take care of some unfinished business.
Thank God! Thank God!
Oh my God! Incredible as it seems, I found my redemption in the form of a foam rubber iguana. And that, my friends, is well worth the $2 US.
Now jump. Yes. I saw many things on my trip to Baja. I saw the good, bad and ugly. But the best part of my trip to Baja was the shaman did not steal my kidney. I bought iguana in Ensenada. Man named Froggy sold him to me. You're killing me. I learned from iguana in Ensenada that the best things in life are not free. See you next week.
Bye-bye. Yokozuna.
This frame lies the story of the Amazon River, a tale with more twists and turns than the river himself. And within this frame is a photograph of my great-grandfather, Helmut Reinke, an explorer who vanished from these waters nearly 100 years ago. Tonight, we will attempt to unravel both of these tales of mystery and intrigue on Wanderlust.
Covering half of South America, the vast Amazon River contains 1/5 of the Earth's fresh water. With its 1,100 tributaries, the amazing Amazon is a jungle highway system, which snakes its way through the largest rainforest on Earth, and is home to many traditional peoples. It is a steaming cauldron of creation, spilling over with thousands upon thousands of species, some of which have yet to even be discovered. Highlights of my journey would include using a blowgun, solving the mystery of my great-grandfather's disappearance, and holding a turtle.
You're a good-looking fella. Boy, is he gorgeous.
Like my great-grandfather, I began my journey in Iquitos, Peru. While it may not be the cleanest place on Earth, the prices, well, they're dirt cheap.
Bon appetit!
And you can get great deals on accommodations. This room costs $3 US for the whole week. Or head across town, where you can find some impressive colonial buildings, remnants from the rubber boom of the 1870s. And finally, no traveler should miss out on the world-class taxidermy exhibit at the Iquitos Museum. As compelling as this taxidermy was, I had to move downriver to solve the mystery of my great-grandfather. In the spring of 1902, Helmut Reinke was on his second expedition to the Amazon, when he vanished without a trace. On his previous trips, he had discovered jungle botanicals, from which he successfully marketed the first non-spurious sticking cream.
Helmut Reinke is indisputably the granddaddy of all non-spurious sticking creams. I emphasize non-spurious. Neville Hyde White discovered a spurious cream on an expedition to Africa 10 years earlier.
As I pushed downriver, answering these questions was my sole obsession. But I also love monkeys and other animals, so I dropped in at a wildlife preserve called Jurassic Park, where I got to play with real sloths.
Sloths get a bad rap for being lazy, when in reality they are highly trainable.
Watch, this fella can do a backflip. But Jurassic Park is most famous for its apes, who preen and saunter like mischievous princes. And Chico, the proprietor, doesn't mind if you play with the apes, as long as he gets his $2 US. I took a special shine to this little fellow. What is his name? Pepe Lucho. Hey. Pepe Lucho. Not gonna hurt. Oh, oh, hey, 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 hey! Oh my God! Oh my God, they shot him! I decided it would be prudent to employ a guide, and Luis was one of the best. Soon we are out in search of the elusive caiman. Luis, what is the most dangerous animal out here?
It's the caiman.
No. It's man himself.
No, it's the caiman.
Caiman hunting is all well and good, but toad watching is the fastest growing sport in the Amazon. Wow. I think you'll all agree that was a spectacle that we will never forget. Unbelievable. On this hot and muggy